Well, this is the sort of weather we want. 15 degrees today, and we've been waiting for this for some time. Here the summer just sort of clicks on like a light switch, and it'll be warm. It's always warm in Central Europe. So this week we're going to carry on painting the main entrance hall to the old pub, and afterwards take a look at how the well was dug. Now, I'll try that again. And afterwards, yes. And afterwards we'll take a look at how the well was dug. Very hard in the country. So following on from last time, we've managed to get a bit of paint on the wall, made a bit of progress. It's still very cold to work in this place, and you can hear the gas fire roaring in the background. It does take the edge off it, so it helps. This is a stud partition wall we built last summer. I've just taken off the plaster that was put on recently. So with that done, we can get back to a little bit of painting. As I said last time, it's not very easy to roller this wall. I'd love to roller it, but it's better to do it the first coat at least with a brush. And later on, we're hoping to get some sort of spray gun and spray the whole thing. And we've got a lot of walls to spray, so it'd be worth doing this. Right, we're getting there. It's a slow process. One of the problems with these walls is I'd love to use rollers on them, but because of the material underneath, everything comes off, everything, plaster, paper, the lot. It is very solid, but unfortunately the surface is very hard to deal with, so we just got to paint straight over the top of it with a brush. I'll take the opportunity now to start filling the sides of these doors. They've all got cracks in along the wall, and we've actually foam filled behind this door. There's a huge chasm, we filled it with foam, and now I'm just filling over the cracks, which will be sanded down later. Difficult getting into this actually. Wait. I'll just wipe all the excess off. This stuff, when it goes hard, is really hard to get off if you don't do that. Time for some clearing up. I like to clean all the tools at the end. There's nothing worse than coming back and finding trowels or brushes that are covered in paint or gone hard. And I can't say I won't be happy to get out of this room today. It's absolutely freezing cold. Right, I think that's it for the day. Today we've done a good job, looking a lot better, a lot of holes filled, a lot of cracks filled, and we're working on these doors, beautiful old doors over there that I started last year. I wasn't running the blog then, so I wasn't able to film that, but that was a hard job. We took the original doors that were hanging through there. They weren't long enough for this, so we had to cut them, well, I had to extend them rather, and they'll be all finished and fitted and repositioned into a new place. So we reused what was here, which is great. And those doors must be about 150 years old. Same as the door back there, that one is very old door, it's a cantilever sort of folding door. Again, we're going to clean them all down and the woodwork. We're not trying to modernise this place, we're trying to get it like as it was, old style. It's a very old building, 200 years old at least. So, yeah, and glazes windows, got to glaze his windows as well in there and get that done. Quite a lot of stuff left to do, but we're getting there. So, as soon as we carry on, we'll bring him back up to date. So, just a quick look at world affairs. The man of the moment is the American President Donald Trump. A lot of people have been referring to the fact that he might be a business genius, but his past histories don't really say that. Let's take a look. I'm going to read some of this from the screen because I don't want it to be inaccurate. Donald Trump's Taj Mahal Casino opened in April 1990 in Atlantic City, but 6 months later defaulted on interest payments to bondholders as his finances went into tailspin. In July 1991, Trump's Taj Mahal filed for bankruptcy. He could not keep up with the debts on the other two Atlantic City casinos, and those two properties declared bankruptcy in 1992. A fourth property, the Plaza Hotel in New York, declared bankruptcy in 1992 after massive debt. Two more bankruptcies filed after 1992, totaling 6. Trump hotels and casinos, resorts, filed for bankruptcy again in 2004 after incurring about $1.8 billion in debt. Trump Entertainment Resorts also declared bankruptcy in 2009 after being hit hard during the 2008 recession. Trump's businesses went bankrupt so many times in the 1990s that many legitimate banks wouldn't lend to him anymore. So where did he turn? Yes, you guessed it, he turned to Vladimir Putin and his Russian oligarchs. And this was another statement made from the Trump business empire. We don't rely on American banks. We have all the funding we need out of Russia. Well, I wonder who said that. Well, Donald Trump Jr. said that in 2014. I'll leave you to make up your own minds. Put your ideas in the comments. When we took over the old pub, it had no water and no sewerage, so we knew we were going to have to fit those things. We'd need both a well dug and a septic tank fitted. We had to apply to have the well dug, and in the end the option was to have a borehole, so that's what we went for. And this part of the video is about how the well was dug. The well team arrived and brought all their kit on what looks like a pretty impressive ex-army truck. The Praga VS3 is an all-terrain, multi-purpose truck produced between 1953 and 1990 in Czechoslovakia. It was designed for the armed forces and was also exported to 72 countries. Praga produced the truck until 1964, then the Avia company until around 1986, after which the Bratislava company BAZ rolled out these vehicles until around 1990. Praga moved on from making army trucks to making state-of-the-art truck-ready sports cars. The guys brought a huge generator with them made by the Zeppelin company. And the only time I ever remember Zeppelins was the balloons that flew over in the First World War. They had to take the drilling derrick down at the back of the house by hand. There's not much room to get there. Now they're all powered up, the drilling could begin. Just before they start, take a look inside the house. This is where the old pub used to be. It's the main hall, and this room is where they used to prepare the food, and there are lots of other rooms coming off these two rooms, but these are the largest rooms in the building. quite a slow process, and each of the poles they put on goes down, and then they put another pole and another pole and extend the drill as much as they need to. As you can see from the earth coming out, it's quite dry. They've gone past the topsoil and now down into the very dry soil. Lucky the dog was fascinated when there's lots of people around and lots of action going on. Of course he gets lots of fusses too. When the grey dusty soil comes up, it's not actually soil, they're going through rocks. The whole pub was built on the side of a hill, and in fact the whole village was built across a sort of valley which is underneath just a complete rock face, so the houses are very solidly placed. Underneath most of them is a rock base. Eventually they hit some water and the water started to flow, but in fact they're not where they need to be yet. They need to go down further, right down to the water level or to some sort of underground stream or reservoir. The water pressure is building and they're slowly getting to where they need to be. And there's the water gusher. They've struck where they want to be. It looks like the drill went into some sort of underground stream or river, and these are some of the stones that the drill bit has brought up from down there.
That's it.
27 metres deep. So now comes the process of putting the pipes down to the bottom to keep the sides from collapsing, and enables us to lower electric pump down to the bottom, which will eventually pump the water up to the surface. Actually now he's saying 28 which is 28 metres, so it's quite a deep well. Thanks very much for being with us. Hope I'm not boring you to death, but thank you for those who have subscribed and liked, and get a few more. I can carry on, and as summer's coming we can see and do a lot more. See you next week. Goodbye.